They are very, very good. That's my statement.
Okay, questions?
Bill, how awkward was tonight with all this stuff about Jay circulating?
You know, it's not really a big change for us. We got to stay focused and kind of, remain, keep the main thing. And the main thing's the game and the preparation for the game. And, I'm sure guys, especially the younger guys, may have thought about it. It's almost impossible not to hear the noise. But, all the time when you're coaching guys, you want them to try to block out as much noise as possible because there's always going to be some noise. It's just different kind of noise each time. And you try to do your best to stay focused through all this stuff.
Have you addressed it at all?
No, not one bit. Again, as far as I know, I didn't know anything was official, and so you hear all the rumors and stuff like that. But yeah, so there's no need for us to address it with our team.
With Nigel and Matthew's absence, you had players such as Lynn and Joel step up in tonight's game. How do you feel like this game was able to really help them bring out that leadership role in the two of them?
Yeah, well, I mean, we're really in a situation where guys have to step up because again, we haven't had Nigel since December, and now Matt's missed the last two games. They were the most veteran guys on our team. If you look at our group, they were the only guys besides Paul Joe Bay that was here last year. Everybody else is new.
Lynn was also,
Go
continue,
ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, Lynn was also the leading scorer in both of your games versus Duke. How do you feel like he's grown as a player between those both games?
Well, in particular, Duke's so good defensively in everything they do. But we did think Lynn could score one-on-one against the big fella, and he proved to do that. I think when we go through Lynn, even if he doesn't score, he helps us create good shots because he gets so much attention.
The first 5 minutes, the second half has been like, that's what they do. What, it's coming. Everybody knows it's coming, and no one's really found an answer for it yet. What is it that they do coming out of halftime?
Well, they got guys that are going to be playing in the NBA for a long time, right? So they just start playing a little better. And then if you can't keep up scoring with them, or if you can't be like Clemson and really grind them out, if you can't get them into a grinding out game, it's going to be very difficult to beat them. The shot that Con Canupo hit when we switched Lynn on to him, like a step back three between the legs. Those are shots that NBA players take and make, and they happen to have guys. And so we didn't score at the beginning of the second half as frequently as we had, and thus they're going to keep scoring. So you got to be able to keep pace.
Coach, what are some of the ways that Duke's size really challenged you guys tonight, especially on the offensive end?
Yeah, well, it makes it very difficult because, anything inside the three-point line is challenged. They're so good at beating screens. They're so good at switching. They're so good at being in the right position that you have to get in there and you have to kick it out. It's something that we harped on and on and on. For us, we're just going in there getting Malawach just sitting in the back, right? You go in there, you got to make great decisions. And again, we did a good job of that. One of the big things we focused on was taking care of the ball. We didn't do a great job of that. Even the first half, we got 10 turnovers, it's 32-47. But guess what? Slim Evans comes in and makes 5 threes. It's a tie game if that's not the case. With us turning the ball over. And so you have to have a really good game to beat Duke. We would have had to make a lot of threes at a high rate. We got some open looks, and we just didn't cash in.
And then with Cooper flagging a lot of attention, he's cast on him how he does offensively, but defensively, just what makes him so special with what he does both on the ball and away from the ball?
Yeah, it's well deserved because, the kid, no matter what kind of game he's having offensively, he's going to bring intangibles that affect winning. His defense on the ball, his defense off the ball, his passing, his leadership, his verbal communication with his teammates are all at an incredible level. And so, again, if he had 6 points, he had a big footprint on every game he's in because, again, he does things that affect winning.
Coach, giving up 60% from three, it's kind of been of an anomaly because who really shoots that well at half the time? But defensively, it's always been an effort or a man-on-man type of thing. How did you feel about your team's defensive effort this game?
Yeah, I think we gave effort, again, but when you're playing a team that's that good at passing the ball, they make you pay for any mistake. If you're just this little bit slow getting back, it's a swing, three, right? If you make a mistake on a ball screen when you put 2 on the ball, they move it and they find the open man. And almost every guy can hit a three, and then you got Malawach rolling to the basket, so you got to kind of take that away. If you sink in, they skip that pass and they're shooting another three. So, again, they're very difficult to guard. We've had our challenges defensively, but I thought we gave effort. it's hard to guard that team, especially if they're making it, especially if a guy comes in off the bench and makes 5 threes in the first half. You know, he cooled down a little bit in the second half. I wish he would have started the game that way. You know, and I always say this about them. If Kai Knipple hits his first shot, you're in trouble. Because, again, I think he's a big key to their group.
Coach, as good of a game as they had, you had some positive things going, especially with offensive rebounding. Is that something you can build on, that's even with all their size and length?
Yeah, you would hope. You know, again, I'm not sitting here disappointed in our effort. I think our kids gave effort on the offensive and defensive glass. You're just playing an extremely talented team, and that makes you pay for every mistake you make. You know, I wasn't really displeased with our shot selection or any of that. Again, you're just playing a good team, and you have to play very well to beat them.
Coach, going back on defensive stats, Divine led the team tonight in steals with 3 steals and also racked up a third of the team's rebounds, with 7 of those being defensive rebounds. Can you just talk about his aggressiveness on that
Yeah.
side of the court?
That was huge for us. I mean, we've been trying to get our guards to rebound for the whole season, and he really stepped up tonight. I thought he was terrific. I mean, again, he's a young kid learning the game of basketball, learning how to play point guard, learning how to lead. But I thought he was terrific on the glass. He allowed us by him rebounding, it allowed us to kind of have a bust-out fast break where the guy that gets the rebound is leading the break, and now you have a numbers advantage. Now, we didn't always take advantage of it, but it's good to see that because that helps him.
One more?
What do you think about Julio's first half?
Well, that's what he's capable of. He's capable of being that player. When he keeps it simple like that, he can be very effective. I think they picked up their defensive mode in the second half a little bit, didn't let him get some of those looks, but he's a very talented kid, and he's capable of doing that.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Bill.
Thanks, guys.